I'm back. Yes, sir, I'm back. After a little break, a little vacation, I'm finally back. I turned 18 2 days ago. It's awesome. I'm thankful and grateful for reaching another milestone. I don't know if it's a milestone, but another age. I'm excited to embark on this new journey on being an adult. Because yeah, life's about to start getting serious, and it's time for me to start, you know, getting a little bit more serious. Even though I mean, it's not like I was a joke before, but like, just being more self-reflective and being more aware, and also a little bit open-minded. Because if I just if I have a closed mind on and have my mind set on one thing, maybe another opportunity might pass by and I would miss it. But just kind of stuff like that. Because I don't want to be a failure. I don't want to be a bum. I don't want to be a failure or a bum. But I just want to give my best. But anyway, enough of my yapping. I'm gonna start the new book that I'm gonna start reading is "Leave the World Behind" by RUMAAN. Let's go. I'm gonna read a few pages. Leave the world behind. For Simon and for Xavier, love goes on like birdsong as soon as possible after a bomb. Bill Callahan, Angela. Alright, 1. Leave the world behind. Well, the sun was shining. They felt that boded well. People turn an old thing into an omen. It was all just to say no clouds were to be seen. The sun where the sun always was. The sun persistent and indifferent. Roads merged into one another. The traffic congealed. Their great car was a bell jar, a microclimate air conditioning. The funk of adolescent sweat feet sublime. Amanda's French shampoo, the rustle of debris, for there always was that the car was Clay's domain, and he was lax enough that he accrued the talents of oats from granola bars bought in bulk, the unexplained tube sock, a subscription insert from the New Yorker, a twisted tissue ossified with snot, the wisp of white plastic peeled from the back of a band-aid. Knew when? Who knew when? Kids were always needing a band-aid. Pink, pink skin splinting like summer fruit. The sunlight on their arms was reassuring. The windows were tinted with a protectant to keep cancer at bay. There was news of an intensifying hurricane season. Storms with fanciful names from a pre-approved list. Amanda turned on the radio. Was this sexist? Was it sexist? Somehow, that Clay that Clay drove and always did. Well, Amanda had no patience for the attendant sacraments of alternate side of the street parking and the 12,000-mile checkup. Besides, Clay took pride in that kind of thing. He was a professor, and that seemed to correlate with his relish for life's useful task, bundling old newspapers for recycling, scattering chemical pellets on the sidewalk when the weather turned icy, replacing light bulbs, unclogging stopped sinks with a miniature plunger. The car was not so new as to be luxurious, nor so old as to be bohemian. A middle class thing for middle class people. Engineered not to offend more than to appeal. Purchased at a showroom with mirrored walls, some half-hearted balloons, and several more salesmen than customers. lingering in twos or threes, jingling the change in the pockets of their men's warehouse slacks. Sometimes in the parking lot, Clay would approach some other iteration of the car. It was a popular model, graphite. Frustrated when the keyless entry system failed to engage. Archie was 15. He wore misshapen sneakers the size of bread loaves. There was a scent of milk about him, as there was two young babies, as there was two young babies, and beneath that, sweat and hormone. Mitigate all this, Archie sprayed a chemical into the thatch under his arms, a smell unlike any in nature, a focus group's consensus of the masculine ideal. Rose paid better attention. The shadow of a young girl in flower. A bloodhound might find the metal beneath the whiff of entry-level cosmetics. The pube scent predilection for fake apples and cherries. They smelled, everyone did, but you couldn't drive the expressway with the windows open. It was too loud. I have to take this. Amanda held the telephone aloft, warning them. Even though no one was saying anything, Archie looked at his own phone, Rose at hers, both with games and parentally pre-approved social media. Archie was texting with his friend Dylan, whose two dads were atoning for their ongoing divorce by letting him spend the summer smoking pot in the uppermost floor of their Virgin Street brownstone. Rose had already posted multiple photographs of the trip, though they only just crossed the county line. Hey Jocelyn, that telephone's knew who was calling. Obviated nicety. Amanda was account director, Jocelyn account supervisor, and one of her three direct reports in the parlance of the modern office. Jocelyn, of Korean parentage, had been born in South Carolina, and Amanda continued to feel that the woman's mealy mouth accent was incongruous. That was so racist she could never admit it to anyone. Alright, I'm gonna leave it right there. Short and sweet. I have no idea what I just read, but I believe we were just getting introduced to the characters. We got Amanda, who's like, I guess, the parent, and we have Rose and and Archie, who are Amanda's kids, I guess. But yeah, I have no idea what I just read. I feel like I was just reading for the sake of it, to be honest with you. But yeah, more tomorrow. Where's the bookmark?